Hello, I'm Derek. It's been an exciting weekend. Here are our headlines. A high-speed car chase abandoned. Suspects in various farm attacks arrested. And we take a look at the Volkswagen Vintage Festival. This and more coming up next in Suburb News. Celebrating vintage was the aim at this year's annual Volkswagen Car Fest. On Saturday, owners of these classic cars competed against one another for grand prizes at the Bohemian Groove Cafe in Kaapse Hoop.
Dit is nogal lekker want al die mense kan saamkom wat almal die ou karre het. So dis iets nuuts. Well, obviously hou ek van die ouer karre wat ek weet nie, hulle het iets anders teenoor die nuwe karre met al die fancy goed.
Ons het 'n 1800 Golf motor in die vollaatjie. Ons ry 2 liter klas ladies en mixed finals.
Waar kom jou liefde vir vollaas vandaan?
Van my pa af. Hy het die eerste een gebou te sukses.
This is my Beetle, but in some few years to come, it will be belonging to my daughter, Wendy.
Definitely next year out.
It's going to be yours.
Cool. Yes.
Police in Polokwane have successfully arrested 3 suspects who were involved in various farm attacks. Last week, 3 men attacked a house on a small holding outside Polokwane. The suspects ran away when the owner fired a warning shot. However, they returned that same evening, firing more shots into the house.
During this attack, there was a crossfire and one of the suspects was fatally shot and the others happened to run and disappeared in the bushes. As of now, the deceased is still unknown. During the arrest, one suspect was injured during a crossfire between this suspect and the police, and we recovered a large amount of items including firearms, ammunition, cars, plasma TVs, etc.
On Friday evening, David Streicher and his wife Lena fell victim to a farm attack in Balfour. 2 men tied Lena to a chair before David got home. On his arrival, the suspect shot David and fled with cell phones, a video camera and his Nissan 1400 bakkie. David was rushed to hospital shortly after the incident occurred. A mother and her 2 daughters died after a fire broke out at their house in Mhluzi near Middelburg on Friday. A member of the South African National Defence Force was admitted to hospital under police guard. This followed when the soldier returned to the army base with burn wounds. The man left the base earlier with 2 25-litre containers filled with fuel. High-tech, the police and the traffic department got into a high-speed chase this past weekend. 3 suspects fled from Barberton after stealing 2 laptops. High-tech followed the suspects at high speed from Barberton through Nelspruit towards Kanyamazan.
Hierdie persone wat die skootrekenaars gesteel het, het soos besetenis gejaag. Op 'n stadium met een van die verdagtes uitgespring en hy's gearresteer deur polisie en verkeer wat ook deel was van die jaagtog. En toe hou hulle aanjaag. Die polisie en onsself het toe begin besluit dit raak baie gevaarlik vir onsself en vir die ander mense op die pad. Die aard van die misdaad was nie van so 'n aard dat dit so roekelose jaagtog kon regverdig nie. Jy weet mense se lewens op die spel vir 2 skootrekenaars en ons het 'n verdagte klaar, so ons gaan in elk geval daai ouens arresteer.
Kids from Uplands Prep had a chance to unleash their inner superhero this weekend at the Superhero Adventure Day. Learners got to enjoy a day filled with obstacle courses and family fun, dressed as their favourite superhero, whilst the bigger boys were batting it out on the cricket field.
This weekend is really about honouring Matthew Pryor, one of our wonderful cricketers that sadly passed away in 2010. We went off to play a game in Lydenburg and we'd bowled first, and it was Matthew's turn to open the batting. I always like to rotate my players, and Matt was on 12, scoring quite quickly, and he got struck by the ball, and the paramedics were there shortly afterwards, and sadly we lost Matthew. So this festival is all about enjoying cricket and remembering the spirit with which Matthew played cricket here.
The South African Gym Games is the largest national event for competitive gymnastics. Local gymnast Melissa Lay recently competed in her first ever SA Gym Games. What started out as watching YouTube videos quickly turned into a sport for Melissa.
It's a great achievement for her to get there. There are 12 out of her academy that are attending this year's gym games. So I think it takes a certain kind of person to get there. And from a mom, I mean, gee whiz, we overjoyed. We really thrilled that we have a daughter, and we are blessed then for her to have reached this kind of level already and to participate against the other provinces on a national level.
Ons voer generiese ink en toners in vir enige printers. Ons doen geen refills nie en ons het volle waarborg op ons produkte.
Up next, your 24-hour weather forecast. Thank you for joining us on Suburb News. I'm Derek. God bless. Bye-bye.